So we've taken our script and made a Storyboard Pro project from it. But now we want to divide up this project among multiple board artists. Let's look at the ways we can do that. So I'm going to be doing this last portion of the board as an example for the rest of our course. So this is the point where I want to split the project. I'll just select the panel, then go to File, Project Management, Split. So now I can export everything before the current panel, everything after the current panel, or both. I'm going to do both. And I'll check this to make sure that panel I had selected gets put in the second project. Click these buttons to decide where to put each one of the projects and give them both names that make sense. So I'm going to have part 1 and part 2. I could have also just exported one part and used this to remove those panels from this project, making it the other part. But I'd like to keep this main project intact as a backup. Then, let's say both board artists finish their two parts, and I want to combine the projects again. In a new blank project, I could use File, Project Management, Insert, and then find one of the projects. And that would add all the panels from that project after whatever position I'm at in the timeline. So here it's giving me a warning about how it's going to match up the different caption fields. It's going to automatically match up the captions in the project I'm inserting to any ones in this project that have the same name. If you want to customize how it's going to match up captions, you can come here and then use the move up and move down buttons to match up the captions to the ones in the current project. And if you had any extras, you could remove them. Here it's matching up everything correctly. We just have this extra slugging line in our empty project. Then we just click OK. And you can see it inserted our panels and it filled in our captions. So then to import the next project, we would just need to go to the very end, select the last panel, and then do another insert. But there's actually an easier way. Here in my new project, I'm just going to go up to File, Project Management, Merge. Then I get this interface. Our current scene is already included, but it's basically empty, so that doesn't matter. And what we want is to go to Import Project and find the two projects we're merging and add each one to the list. Then we can use the move up and move down to make sure that they're in the right order. And under Captions, you can arrange your caption fields to line up correctly with the fields in the current project. And you can remove extra ones. Any extra caption fields that aren't lined up with an existing one will get added as an additional caption field. Then, down here, the Force Renaming options for scenes and shots will renumber all the scenes in order as one project. Otherwise, if the two projects have any scenes with the same name, it's going to append letters to the latter project so that there's no scene name conflicts. You could also have it use the project name as a scene prefix to avoid name conflicts. In this case, I'm just going to have it renumber everything. And lastly, if these projects have already been made into animatics with soundtracks, this box will make separate tracks on the timeline for the two projects. So you can see where the sound from the first project ends and the sound from the second project begins. Otherwise, the sounds would just get put in sequence on the same soundtracks. And that's it. Just click OK. And now the panels from both projects have been merged into a single new project. Now, what if we wanted to divide a project into more than two parts? Or we wanted to take a section out of the middle? For that, we would go up to File, Project Management, and use Extract instead of Split. Now this window gives us a list of all the scenes and shots in the current project, and we use Shift to select the ones we want to make into a separate project. Hit Extract Selected Shots, and give the new project a name. Then it gets added to the list down here. You also have the same option to remove the extracted shots from this project, but we're going to leave the main project alone again. Then we can select a new group of shots to be the next part, and select the last group of shots to be the third part. If we made a mistake with one of these, we can use Remove Selected Project to take it off the list and try again. But this is right, so let's click OK. And we'll generate the 3 new projects. Then, when we're ready to combine them, we just use the merge command like we did before when we just had 2 projects. So in addition to the merge command, there's this merge and replace command. What does this do? So remember how we kept our original source project with all the panels in it? Well, with merge and replace, instead of making a new project to merge our pieces into, merge and replace would let us combine one of the parts back into the original master project and just replace the scenes and shots with the finished versions. Keep in mind that this will only work if the scene and shot names didn't get changed in the separated out projects. So this is better suited to later in the process when you're just making revisions to a fairly solid board. In our original master project, we go to File, Project Management, Merge and Replace, select the project we want to merge in. We could do them all at once or one at a time. I'll just do the one for now. Then down here, we can pick the specific scenes and shots that we want to merge in. So if you know only a couple scenes or shots got changed, you could just pick those. Then down here, if we don't want to get rid of the original panels, we can just have it move them to the end of the project and append an underscore orig onto their names. That way they're still in the project so that you can double check that the changes were correct. Then respect locked audio tracks means that if an animatic audio track in one of the sub-projects is locked, it won't get synced with this original master file. And import audio changes from source project will take any changes to the animatic done in the sub-projects and carry those same changes into the main projects. That'll all make more sense once we've gone through the lessons on making animatics. Then, let's just click Merge, and those scenes in the master have been replaced with the ones from the project for that section. That's it for splitting and merging. So now that we know everything we need to about managing projects, let's finally start doing some drawing and actually complete this board. In the next video, we'll look at the drawing window and how our drawing layers work. I'll see you there.